Alright, I know this is a little bit out the norm. Since I didn't start at the beginning. See, the thing is, I just got my Alaska today. My first legendary ship. Pretty excited about that. The only problem is, I forgot to hit record. And the way PlayStation does it is in 15-minute clips. And I'd done some other stuff, and then I was like, oh man, I forgot to record my first time out. Figure that's kind of important. Now, I did all the normal stuff I normally do, and then I decided I was going to hide behind this island. Primary reason I wanted to hide behind the island, I'm just not sure how this ship operates. Tried not to spoil it for myself. I chose the Alaska because I'm a cruiser main, and American cruisers are my favorite. And now, I'm just kind of learning the ballistic trajectories and how things operate. And I figure right here, I have low visibility, and I'm not getting, beat up real bad. Now I'm trying my HE rounds, because I was trying to take out some destroyers. Now I don't have a very strong start here. I'm kind of playing in the moon, right? Which is not what you want to do most of the time. But I'm seeing this thing has some pretty good range on it, right? And right now we do have the lead. We're up one cruiser. This Cleveland over here keeps popping in and out of existence, which, full disclosure, I'm not the one who gets the kill if I remember correctly. He ends up burning down. If I remember. But he's doing back and forth, and he's doing a pretty decent job dodging, even with that little sliver of health. And I spent entirely too much time here. Now you notice I popped that radar. That was because I was spotted. Right? And I considered where I was at. It was probably most likely a destroyer getting too close, which they weren't within my range. So that didn't really materialize. And I guess it was just kind of a waste overall. But I keep doing it for a while. Now I'm trying to shoot this Friesland. I'm unsure. I just got the ship myself. But I don't actually know exactly how it's pronounced. And I see this Conqueror over here. I'm thinking maybe I can get a shot. I never do. But eventually I start realizing I'm in a bad spot. I've only landed a couple of rounds. Got less than 7,000 damage. And we're a couple minutes into the game. So this is just not good. So it's time to get to moving. I decide I'm going to follow and go in here and maybe try and cap A. See the Friesland again? Try to pop off some rounds. Takes a long time on this one. Well, that I think it just has a long range. I mean, you're shooting at almost 18 kilometers right there. And he's gone. Disappeared from existence. See the Conqueror pop in briefly. He's all I know about going up here. But if I can just get around the backside of this island, that's actually, in A on this map, it's a really good place to pop off shots. There's an island in the middle. You can do a lot of damage. Then I see this Worcester. I suck at these names. I'm a Worcester. Is it like the Worcestershire sauce? Nah, no, it isn't. But I turn to the left just a little bit to light him up. He's full broadside. I light him up, but he is turning out. I do get one Citadel, and somebody else who follows up, but that made me instantly jump my 6,000 damage to 25,000 damage. Now my buddy just got blew up, and there is a Conqueror. That's honestly not a good sign. And then I notice I'm spotted, and I've got 2 people targeting me. Also, not a good sign. I hit him, but not for a lot. Switch over to HE. And I'm trying to back up. And I get the crap smacked out of me. I got telling me to retreat now. But obviously it's easier said than done. Give him a couple of HE. Definitely the wrong shell selection right there. But I get a fire started, so that's good. It's going to rack up some damage. Now I got my secondaries going on. and another Alaska, and a gun out. Like, could it get any better? Well, this looks like it might be the end, folks, but we're about to see. I'll line this Alaska up. We're both full broadside. Let off with one gun, let off with two guns, but I'm turning out. Get a couple hits. Don't do anything significant. This is bad, right? This is real bad. I mean, not exactly how you want your first game to turn out, but I'm calling for some support. I know that I am not long for this world. My secondaries are putting in a little bit of work, but they don't seem to be causing any significant damage. I get the crap knocked out of me again. I'm down to 4,000 health out of 54,000. Now the Alaska is kind of like a pocket battleship. I don't know if you heard that, but my daughter just came in the room. She's definitely cute. All right, hit the hill. Somehow this conqueror is down a lot of health. Somebody else got a good smack on him, and I finish him off. Beautiful. Let off one more AP salvo at this Alaska over here, and I'm trying to do the best I can to dodge because he's already fired back at me. I've got 10,000 health. Things aren't looking good, and I'm back down to 5,900. That quick. Hanging on by a thread. I feel like that's just been the whole theme of this match. Like at first I waited back a little bit too much, and since then I've just been barely hanging on. Alright, now he's about to go dark. But I know that he's going to still be over there. Just because I don't see him doesn't mean he's not there. This might actually allow me to get my guns back in sync. Because right now, after that breakage that I had earlier, they were firing out of sync, which is not what you want. You want that full salvo, or at least the front salvo whenever possible. Now, just general knowledge, right? For the most part, they try to design battleships, the armor on battleships, cruisers, destroyers, whatever it may be, to withstand their own caliber guns, right? So what that tells you is, if you're in an Alaska, for the most part, if you're bow tanking another Alaska, you're going to do a good job of deflecting the shots. All right, now I'll pop my radar there just because I don't want to, I want him to come broadside on me, not vice versa. So I figured I'd see what his rate of motion was, see where he was going. Now he's moving mighty slow, but he does the same to me. And now we're targeting each other. But I've got my front guns on him, and he's about to come full broadside on me. And so since we're both in Alaskas, I know I can punch through his armor. Our armor is matched to our guns, but a broadside's a broadside. It's not very likely to shatter my rounds. So I hit him, smacked crap out of him right there. One of those for 9,000. Secondaries are going off. He's shooting at me. He's causing some damage. But I'm actually at a reverse right now. And he's staying broadside. Now this is a legendary on a legendary. You think he would know better than that, but he doesn't. And there I go with the Citadel, cracking that 100,000 mark for damage. And that's a good way to look at things, Double my health would be, 108,000. So if I can do more than double my health, that's a good day. That's a good battle in general. But he stayed broadside, and he got hit in the Citadel again, taking us up to 118,000 damage. Now I'm finally going to go for that cap. And I've been so occupied, I didn't even know that we got a resounding lead. But the one thing that we're missing is it's a destroyer. So we don't really know where he's at. So I just figured, considering where his last known location is on the map, I'm probably not going to find him. But I will switch to HE just in case he rolls up on me. I see their ping in the map. I'm going to take a long shot. And I'm going to see if I can cap the base. I probably don't have time, but hey, you do what you got to do. Because when it comes to earning experience, one of the best things you can do is capture a base. I mean, if you just went around and captured 3 bases in a match, you'd probably have just as many, if not more points than the guy who got the Kraken. You know, it's one of the most useful things you can do is capture a base. So I'm going to move on into A. And like I said, there's that island I was talking about earlier. It allows you to get cover. Then you have cover all the way around. So it's one of those places where you can kind of just, one, you're getting points for capturing a base. And two, you have good access all the way over to the very edge of, C and D, depending on your range, sometimes into it, and you can just tear stuff up. Now, that's not what happens in this match. I ended up getting caught around the corner and having some open water battles, which are usually, honestly, more fun. And I dropped my controller. That happened. Oh well. Adds a little character to the video, I guess, right? And I'm just moving over. Now, I know I'm not going to most likely get in range of this destroyer, but like I said, capping the area. Got 44 seconds. And counting down. And be honest with you, right now at this juncture, I'm just kind of hoping that they don't catch the destroyer before I cap the area. But right now, we've also got points working against us too, because we're at 875. But we're not going to get 100 and some points, within the next 15 seconds. So that's not going to be too detrimental. And we capped it. Beautiful. So now I'm just going to go ahead, full speed ahead. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe the destroyer's been coming to me. And there he shows up on the map. I see him. And he's actually pretty close to my range. But I end up just kind of lobbing some rounds off in the distance. Doesn't really matter at this point because the Shimakaze is about dead. They see him. They're taking chunks of health. And he's still out of my range. And I do get a couple shots off at the very end, believe it or not. But he was already dead. And it reached a milestone. Didn't do too bad, 118,000 damage. Finished one of my trials. Got first on my team. Had a very bad impression for my very first time out on my legendary ship. Now, it probably wasn't the most exciting match I've ever seen, but it was nice because usually when you take a ship out for the first time, you kind of suck. You're still trying to learn your way around the ship, but I guess that's why they're legendary. They're the best of the best. But it was a whole lot of fun, and I'm going to be using it a lot more from here on out. Have a great day. Bye-bye.